Is love in the room? Well, if it's in our loving tongue, baby, is love in the room? Don't whine on me here, lady. Is love in the room? If he wanna fight and stray, is love in the room? We playing with House Monday in the ladies' room. Don't worry, us. She said, you're giving topic to Aruna. Study your place. Your woman outside with cousin whole day. You can't see face. The story end up on ladies' room. You disappear without trace. Voila. If all she know is papi show and stress outside, is love in the room. If you wanna have to girl, take care, they bust the files. Well, if it's in her loving tongue, baby, is love in the room. Don't whine on me here, lady. Is love in the room. If he wanna fight and stray, is love in the room. We playing with House Monday in the ladies' room.
Up and running once again on this lovely Tuesday, July 1. And of course, it is the very first day of July as we kick off another month again. Hope this one will be good to us. Like I said, I know we all have our shares of ups and downs and good, bad, and uglies. And you know, yesterday, some of us were in reflection mode. Lots of folks were reminiscing on the passage of Hurricane Beryl a year ago, you know. So it was a sort of touch and go yesterday, and then that wasn't bad enough, you know. Heard of the news of passing of one of our very, very, very best producers, Shem Build the Vibes Felix. So, and the reason I'm using that song in the background, I'll tell you why shortly. It's not a new one, but it's still, the meaning is still clear, right? And I hope that every time we hear of the passing of a young person, it will encourage us to live a little more, yeah? Stop fussing and fretting over things we have absolutely no control over, and let's focus a little more on living, yeah? Living while we're alive. So that and so much more we'll talk about inside the room this morning, inside the Carnival Action. And of course, yeah, we're gonna have the artists in studio. Gonna let you know when. So keep it locked on. Thank you so much, Beacon Insurance, Western Union, and Pandora for making this show possible once again. Come on in the room, guys. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, and share the live. Welcome back to another episode. Good morning to our listeners on the Power app. Good morning to those of you who've downloaded the app and you're taking us with you wherever you go. Thank you so very much. Yeah, just check your Google Play Store or your app store on your iPhones. Search for Power 95 FM, Grenada, and click download. All right, so no hassle, no stress. Can take us with you wherever you go, wherever you roam. As you get ready for Carnival, you want to be in on the action. You want to know who's who, what's happening, all the stuff that we usually do around here. You want to be on top of things, right? Nice. If you're viewing us on Facebook and YouTube, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to you wherever you are. And if you are listening via Radio 95.1, 95.3, Thank you so much for powering up on this lovely Tuesday, July 1st. Lots happening, lots of good music, new music. Oh God. Yeah, Molly, you're not paying attention? You're not checking your social media pages? We've been put out that notice that I think Friday. Yeah, since Friday we've been telling you guys the app is up and running again. So yeah, no, we had it before and we had some issues with it. So now those issues have been rectified. So it's good to go. So download the app, Molly. Anyways, good morning, Shantae. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Terrace. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Good morning, Carol on YouTube. Hey, Rita. Good morning. Rachel, Maureen. Good morning. Good morning, Trisha. Good morning, Lisa Little King. I like that. Deli, haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're good. Pick up yourself, Delroy. Diane Jerome. Good morning, Aruna and children all. And let's see, happy Canada Day to all my peeps in Canada. Yeah, we've got a very large following in Canada, so happy Canada Day. Don't know what you guys do on this day, but hope you have fun, and I'm sure you're probably gonna enjoy it. So big up yourselves. Molly's on the inside again. Carrington, I need to send you my other number. I gotta send you my other number. It's about today's July 1st, you know. What you still doing in America? You haven't planned to come home, jet plane, thing happening. You sit down in America still, making marriage with yourself. Boy, hurry up. Kizzy McEwen, happy Tuesday, sis. Good morning, Stacy. With one more month for Carnival. Good morning, Ari. Timilos. I like that, Timilos. But all of you. Michelle Bernard, Vanessa, happy July 1st. Good morning, Ali. Buff, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Buff Wellington. Shirley, good morning. Gabby, like you come out and plan corn and peas, madam. For the last 2-3 days you're missing in action. Telling me about all of these delinquent children and them. Jeff Perry, big up yourself. You want the other number to know? I don't know what you want the other number for. Not like you even message me on the one that you have. So what you want the other one to do? I'm trying to lessen my stress, not add to it. It's important that we lessen our stress load. Ali says that the app is terrible. I have to keep going back to tune in. Really? You're the first complaint. When you say terrible, what do you mean? Let us know, so if there's anything they need to do, Chanel, come off my phone, please. I'm about to say July 1st with your chest. Why I need to say July 1st with my chest? July have any holidays in it or something? Nothing happening in July. July dry. No holiday, no little day off. That's it. Only time again is August and then October after that. So me know why I need to say July with my chest. Anyways, Ali, speak to me. Tell me what issues are you having with the app? Because I've not heard anybody else complaining or having any issues with it. What conjuries? Hey Simone, what are the issues? Come with a real bad or so. Hey Michelle. So when you get a chance, just let me know so I can pass it along, alright? After a while I'm just not hearing. Alright, so anybody else having that issue? Anybody else with the app listening via the app or have been listening? Do you have that same issue of not hearing? After a while you're just not hearing? So maybe you should uninstall it and reinstall it again. I'm just here to say, all who owe me, please pay me. I have to pay for my costume and the final date for payment coming up, so sort it all yourself. Anyway guys, so like I said, yesterday the soca fraternity DJs and everybody who knew Build the Vibes, Shem Felix aka Build the Vibes, we got the news that he passed yesterday, and like I said, it really threw a lot of folks in a tailspin. And he was a good soul. At least a couple of times I came into contact with him. Always so quiet, so calm, had the coolest demeanor. Just want to extend condolences again to his family and friends and everyone who knew him. All the artists he produced for, he definitely made a lot of rhythms, definitely created a particular sound in the whole soca thingy. And, so before I move on to that part, this just serves as a constant reminder.
So you see me, I will be doing the most today. So I said tomorrow's not promised, no way. So today I celebrate. Tomorrow's not promised, no way. So today I celebrate. I know it's coming on my call to jump around, back and all, tag along, front for all. What's a boss? Who's that big entourage? Me daddy say happiness has pissed off some people. Let me see all the happy people. Happy, good over evil, good over evil. It's madness out in the streets. Banana. We come to fete in the festivities. Dancing we stress away.
Yeah, so just wanted to give us this little reminder because I think sometimes we forget and we get caught up in life and life starts to life and we go through the motions and we don't take time, we don't stop to smell the roses, we don't stop to appreciate life, even the littlest of things. It may not be perfect, but at the same time, when you have the ability to inhale and exhale, you have the opportunity to do something. You have the opportunity to make changes. You have the opportunity to do, to just make better choices, So we just can't sometimes sit and complain about all that's wrong. Can't tell me that you're in the world and every single thing about your life is wrong. There's not a moment to celebrate. There's not a minute that you can say I'm thankful for, regardless of everything I've got going on. All the stresses, all the bills, all the not knowing how you're going to pay them, and you're dreading month end again because with month end comes another round of bills, another round of stressing, how am I going to make these ends meet, and all of that. Hey, you did it before. You managed to do it. You're going to manage again. You just got to get to a place where we stop stressing about everything, and of course taking the time to connect with ourselves and not ignore aches, not ignore pains, not ignore symptoms, not ignore signs and think everything is drink some hot tea or do this, that or the other. And I'm speaking generally here because we have this, way about us that we diagnose ourselves, or we go on the internet, we go on WebMD and you put in, okay, my head hurting me, and then WebMD will tell you this, that or the other, and you're there playing doctor in yourself, take to Fenzik and you feel you're good. Nope, because it's so crazy these days. What might start off as a little thing or feel like something, it passed. When you finally get around to checking it out, there's not enough time. That's it. But we really, really lost a good one. So I want to, again, extend condolences to him and his family. And someone made a post because when something happens, everybody and their brother have an opinion, even though they may know the person, don't know the person, but people just feel the need to always have a say in certain things. And there were a lot of posts going around talking about not appreciating him and not giving him his flowers, yada yada yada. And what I realized coming out of it, social media has really broken us out bad. Social media has us in a chokehold. Social media has us thinking that this is real life. And if it's not shown here, it is not said on social media, that means in the real world, it is not happening at all. And it's really sad because we judge so much that we lose sight of, hey, maybe I don't know, maybe I don't have the facts, maybe it could be something different. But sometimes we are so loud with our misinformation, and because you're so loud that it comes across as, oh, this is a fact. When it's not. It's just your opinion on a situation that sometimes we have absolutely no idea about. So it's really good to see that the people who knew him, from the artist to, the family or the community, the folks in the community coming out and say, listen, and I saw this person posted it yesterday. That's for all those who are posting and commenting about Shem only getting his flowers as he died. Who told you guys that? Who? He's been getting his flowers and he didn't like the spotlight and it wasn't for the media. Everything about him was so low-key. He was the most humble individual I knew. And for those who know better, wouldn't come here posting the kind of nonsense we know. Says everything for always a show. And he wasn't like that. The man didn't even want to know he was Builder Vibes. So please stop with the ranting about who giving him flowers as he's dead. He's been getting it. Let him rest in power. He will continue making good music in heaven. And I think that is obvious. I mean, flowers don't mean that you have to go. What did we do before social media is my question. When you wanted to congratulate or big up a person when there were no social media, what did we do? Didn't we tell them personally? That's what I said. We've lost the personal touch. Everything has become a screen, this barrier between us. We no longer express ourselves, in front of each other. People will be out having dinner and we still, one-on-one, and we're still in our phones. We're still glued to this device. So because you don't see it doesn't mean the person is unaware. Sometimes people would tell you, and being the laid back person you are, you wouldn't necessarily, oh, this man tell me, oh, I'm good, or this man tell me, oh, I'm a great producer, I'm a great artist, yada, yada, yada. And that just goes to show a lot of the time some of you speak on things you have no idea about. Because if you claim to know him in real life, you would know this public displays and flowers, it was not his speed at all. Everybody is saying the same thing. Humble, laid back, do let the music speak for itself. And to me, that is a way of giving flowers. Because if the artist continue to go to his studio year after year after year, they're not leaving him out. When there are hundreds of other producers they could go to, isn't that a way of saying, well, because I rate you so much and I value what you do, this is my way of telling you, this is my way of giving you your flowers. But sometimes, my mother always used to say, we look too near. And as I got older in life, I understood what that means. We're short-sighted. We're always looking for something right in front of us and not examining, you know what? Okay, I see this black phone, but there's some gold trimmings on it. There's some gold stuff on it as well. For a lot of people, they see a black phone case and it's just a black phone case. They don't see the gold trimmings. They don't see the flap at the back where you can put your hand through. All they see is a black case and that's it. So sometimes it takes nothing from us to look a little deeper into situations, and especially when a person dies. Yes, you might be tempted to say certain things, but sometimes you just gotta, okay, let me leave it on ice for a little bit and let me see how this pans out. Because we just don't know. We just don't know who's been helping, who's been reaching out. We just take it upon ourselves a lot of the time to assume that that's what's going on. Gabby says, my best friends aren't on social media. See if they did, I go be faking. Our friendship and love didn't exist. That is my point. So because you didn't used to post about a person before and they suddenly die and now you remembering them, now you're empathizing, now you all of a sudden, oh, you're faking, or how come you didn't used to post them before? And because I don't mean to sound cold, because he didn't die before, he just died. And people have personal relationships with each other outside of social media, where they're able to connect, where they're able to talk, where you're able to tell a man, yeah man, bro, I'm proud of you, I see what you're doing. We don't need to run to social media with everything. Social media is not the be all, the end all. That's why I said social media wasn't always there. So what did we do before that? When somebody was sick before, there was no social media to post up, oh, I went and visit Tom Jones, I went to visit so and so and so and so. There was none of that. If you went to visit a person at a hospital, the person knew, you knew, and maybe if you told somebody, they knew. Nobody needs to put, and that is why we put undue pressure on ourselves, because we feel the need to constantly prove something to social media. And I'm longing for the day when we Well, not we, all you, because I've already realized it. That some of you get to the realization that nobody really cares on social media, you know. Some do, but I mean, that's like in the minority. But for the most part, people don't really too care about what you're going through, what you're doing, yada yada yada. So when you're posting up your business, you're just letting them know what's going on and you're entertaining them. But for the most part, people couldn't give two hoots about you. Because sometimes when you see posts asking for help, person might have a little GoFundMe, need a little help, a little contribution, they may not be able to do something. If you look at the reactions, if the person get one heart, one little care, but no, something, they're lucky. People don't want to hear that. That is your business. Figure it out. So people feel their life has no meaning without likes. So sometimes you just need to separate it. Yes, it's a fun place to be sometimes. It can take away, you know, from what's some of the stresses you're going through. It can be a source of entertainment, you know, source of information, depending on how or what you're looking for, who you're following, what are your preferences. It can be that. But I'm just praying that we get to a place where we understand social media is not the real world. And we need to start paying more attention to the people in the real life than in social media life. The people that we care about, the people in our circle, the family that we have, the friends that we have, we probably need to focus on them in the real life and not so much on this, okay, let me post up, well, I like her, oh, I'm her friend, oh, I support her, or she's a big deal on social media, but in real life you don't show it, you don't tell the person, you don't even act it. Yeah? It is not a real place. So we don't need to I remember when he was in power at the end, you were asked not to build the rhythm, and he said build the vibe, and said I have to meet with him because he's so talented. God knows right there. I'm telling you, no hype, no nada zilch. So said all of that to say to just let this be a constant reminder that life is fleeting. We're here today, gone tomorrow. You might fall ill and you think that, hey, chances are it's a 50-50 chance. Either you make it or you don't. Yeah? So let's just take the time out to truly live life and not pretend to live life to impress other people. Because the truth and the fact is that is what a lot of folks do on a daily basis. Pretend to live instead of actually living. Pretending to live to impress people who don't care. So take it upon yourself to care and live, because tomorrow is not. So let me not wait for my number to call. All right, so I don't want to stay in this energy because you all saw the heading, and this is something I see a lot of all the time. The fans, yesterday we spoke on a lot of things, and let me use the opportunity I have now before we get into the part where we bring in the artists and, you know, we have conversations, so we wouldn't get to get certain things out of the way. And I see people saying a lot of the times, talking a lot of the times about certain artists being underrated. And a lot of the times I see Muddy's name being thrown in the mix. I see Vaughn name being thrown in the mix. Who else? Who else do you think as an artist should be like a superstar in your eyes, but for whatever reason? And what makes an artist underrated, though? That is a question I want to ask. What makes an artist underrated? Because I see people throwing Muddy name and, like I said, Vaughn name in the mix. And I'm not sure how they're underrated, because every year they give us good song and we continue to enjoy it. We continue to big them up. Jackie Adams is underrated for what? Why is she Anik says, Carrie, um, what makes an artist underrated is the question I'm asking. And I'd love for you guys to get involved and answer. You can either send me voice note or you can call me. What makes an artist, like, in your mind, underrated? What qualifies an artist to be underrated? Is there a specific criteria that puts them in the underrated category? I like my friend. Look, don't gas out, please. It's enough to deal with on a daily basis. I don't need more. Stop giving her more gas, more fuel. Anthony Katie is underrated. He's a good artist. What does underrated mean? Underrated when they produce good music and can't get no forward. Forward in what sense? Because far as I'm concerned, during the carnival season, I see Muddy getting booked. Also heard Black and Dan was underrated from since Blessings, blah, 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 that underrated talk came up. Vaughn is always in the air, flying somewhere to do something. So underrated in terms of we don't support them enough, or we don't give them, like, underrated how? Help me to understand. Luke says Anthony Katie Davis is underrated. He's a good artist. Underrated in what way? Talk to me, no man. See, when we enter a meaningful conversation, I just want to talk. Okay, so Anik says they have some artists that are consistent, that have consistently put out good music, but it doesn't reach as far as it should. There are others that are just popular, and the catalog may not be as good. Okay, that's a good explanation. I could work with that. Delroy says, I believe people are judging based on their accolades and titles, which isn't quite accurate. Many with little or no titles produce way better music than those with less or without. Roderick says, but they don't get the recognition they deserve. So who are they supposed to get the recognition from? Is it the fans? Is it organizations? Who are they supposed to get the recognition from? Because some of the names that you mentioned, when I see them performing at fets, people seem to enjoy their performances. They seem to get, forward from their performances. So what are we saying? Rakesh said, Black Adan was always underrated. He talked about how many years he sang good groovy music and can't get no booking for events, and DJs don't play his music. That's a good example. Luke says Anthony Katie has produced some good tunes, but hold on, let me see if I could find him. Okay, so this is the Anthony Katie that Luke is talking about.
Girl, wine in slow motion, yeah. You know that you're bad, you got all your fans. Girl, wine in slow motion, yeah. You know your badness is on the dance floor. Girl, you bad, you know she bad from day one. Yes, she bad, you know she bad from day.
Let me be honest with you, eh? Look, you need to thank Katie for this one. I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard this song, hold on. Pause for an important message break. Yeah. Let me play it again. Let me give all you a little taste.
The way she whine, you know that's something sweet. Boy, how she bubble, girl under the fat. Girl, wine in slow motion, yeah. You know that you're bad, you got all your fans. Girl, wine in slow motion, yeah. You know your badness is on the dance floor. Some girl think them at you a pepper stew.
The first time I heard this song, I was like, no, I don't know. It was okay, alright. But somehow it grew on me. Like, I listened to it in my car. And anybody that knows me know when I'm driving, don't talk to me, don't bother me. My music is my company. You could be sitting right there and forget you. My music, me and my music, we have something. We have an understanding. I'm always blasting my music loud. People have to, what did this mad woman, where's she going all that loud noise? My music is always at the top. So it just happened a couple of days ago, I'm like, this one came up because I put it on my flash drive. I put all the songs because sometimes you play them, but you focus doing other things and your head is in a million places. You don't really... And then I turned this one up and then I turned up the bass. Speaking of which, somebody promised me some good bad speakers for my vehicle. Don't let me have to tag you and call you out. Some bad sound system for my vehicle. I ain't hear no mention of it again. Like Gone with the Wind, giving me thing to hold. I'm coming to you in just a little bit. But as I was saying, so I turned this one up and I was like, hey, but this song bad for Daisy Jude. Like, Katie song good on the song. What was I not hearing the first time? What did I miss? What I didn't hear? It literally took me listening to this uninterrupted, not having to worry about any ad breaks, not having to worry about, okay, just letting it play out to the end. And I'm like, I had to give Katie some forward on that tune, no lie. I had to give him a little video, give him a little something.
Badness.
It's different.
Yeah, wine in slow motion, yeah. You know that you're bad.
It's like, you go in a fete. I think that maybe because of the age, I like that one. It's like, what's she coming and stress me out for now? Morning, neighbor.
Morning, neighbor.
What we say now?
Let me address you from your start this morning. A lot of audience believe everything people do, they have to make it known to all. A lot of audience will see a picture post and all they swear Gabby in Japan. Same time they Gabby leave Japan 2 years ago.
And she never posts them.
Gabby in Paris because all you too fast in people business. 3 are my best friends. Don't engage in no social media activity. One of my best friends is a very high-ranking official in society. The man cannot be seen on social media convoluted with my foolishness. But, die me dog, you understand? Die me dog. If you need a favor, you call Gabby because she friend. But the man is not going to laugh at me online saying, oh, you like too much, man. We go laugh at that on the phone. And all they have to understand, different strokes for different
of
folks.
course.
Look at me and you, bestie, right? Nobody don't know that you're bestie. Nobody don't know that my bestie, right? That we business. That is how friendship is supposed to be. Not everybody like social media. It are people, if you take a picture of them and you post them, they getting vexed with you. They don't want nobody to know where they be. They don't want people to know their business. Don't post them. But a lot of us, we like the media. We like back and forth. We live for that. And that's all right. But we have to stop measuring people with our own measuring stick of how we live our life. Because not everybody live their life like that. I just call my friends sometimes and I pick up and I say, hey, you give them good in that speech day, man. You wake them up. But I would not
write it under the speech
online because ego get vexed with me.
We don't.
So
You see, one thing we don't understand. A lot of us, we don't know time and place.
Exactly. So I'm going to ruin my friendship over social media clout. For what reason? I'm not doing that. But if something happened to me today or tomorrow, or vice versa, we always there for each other. Who know, and who don't know. But I always want people to prove to all you that something.
Like why? What do I owe you? Why do I have to prove anything to you?
Exactly.
And that is why so many people are unhappy on a daily basis because they're living in proving mode, constantly having to prove something to people who don't care.
Exactly. Listen, last year I was giving away some stuff for school children. When them children come for the stuff around, I see the condition of the children. I tell Akim, I say, Akim, You can't take no picture. We can't take no picture and pose them people children on the internet in this condition. Have a heart. Just because you're giving somebody something, that don't mean you have to tell everybody. My little sister was there with her phone. She takes picture. She take video. We had the picture. We had the video. But I just find it disrespectful to post people children with no shoes in their foot. They hair, this and that. Just because you're giving somebody something, you don't have to expose their vulnerability. That don't mean I never give out this stuff. It just means that I never publicize the fact.
And if you want to, you take a photo for your own recollection, for your own whatever, you not to share with the marriage and parish.
Exactly. So the fact that people just go on like it's okay if you ain't post it, it ain't happen or it's not real. All you need to get away from that. Because all you just be so stuck on minding people business. That all you doesn't know where people do, what people doing. All you're running with all kind of wrong information. Because when you find out is when we're ready to share it with all you. And most people that value their privacy, we only share it with all you after the fact.
Just the other day, they're telling them people, son, you know how much pictures I have on my phone of places I go, and it just there in my phone, I just can't get around. Like sometimes you just feel like, okay, this was a nice moment. This is my moment. I don't need to. Everybody don't need to see that. You pick and choose. Everything and need to be out there.
When you reach outside, sometimes you don't really feel in yourself. You don't really feel to take a picture. Sometimes again, you reach outside and the vibe's nice. Thing hectic, you ain't even check your phone when you reach going in the car after your makeup done sweat out already. That's when you realize, okay, I ain't even take a picture with nobody, but you had a good time. That does not mean that a good time wasn't had. That is why I just always say, allow people to live their life. If somebody posts something about somebody, you don't know the extent of these people's friendship, their relationship, whatever. You mind your business and you stay in your lane. You not the minister of friendship. You not the minister of feelings.
Minister of cloud and fame. Too much people seeking relevance on social media.
Exactly. Mind all your business and let people live their life. And the second topic now, I don't find nobody underrated, you know. People put in their work and it have different types of artists. Everybody can be Beyonce. People will easily argue, okay, Adele could sing better than Beyonce, right? But Adele is no Beyonce. Adele can't charge Beyonce price.
Nope.
Adele cannot do what Beyonce does, but Adele is a better singer.
And I honestly believe that. I honestly believe that she is a better singer.
Exactly, and a lot of people believe that. However, the thing about us is our support. We claim we love people so much. Oh, I'm an artist. I'm a boy. All you in downloading the music, all you only going on YouTube. All you in streaming nothing, they ain't getting $1 in their pocket because all you're not supporting them in no way, shape, or form. After the season done, all you forget about Diamond artists until next year. It's just the same thing. Overseas here in America, I don't know if you come out with a lip gloss, right? But no lip gloss sell out if you was a Yankee, right? Because your lip always looking good. You can come out with a lip gloss.
Lip gloss here? Who be the buying cheating?
Right, everybody would have buy those. All it is Grenada and them now. Buying cheating. That's good. That is how honest.
Me taking my money and give Shifa to feel she better than people. That's what we think.
Exactly. And then all you're turning around and say, oh, people underrated. People not underrated. Who all you claim underrated is who all you like, but all you don't put all your money where all your mouth is. All you don't support them. Some of these people and them cannot even keep their own show in Grenada because it's gonna flop because all you're not going. But all you want the rest of the world to read them and big them up and look at them in a certain way when all you who claim all you love them so much, all you're not doing it. So make it make sense when it comes to support. All you don't genuinely support nobody. All you go on YouTube and all you stream the music for free. Are you downloaded from YouTube? Yeah, that is what all you're doing. All you them soca artists and them is not making no money. And everybody in soca cannot be Beyonce. Everybody cannot be on top. It takes everybody to make the industry what it is. Gotcha. We need everybody who is in the industry. From the people and them who sing in the regular shippiness where we just laugh at to the people who making sense. We need everybody. You can't play one song in a party whole time. No, you need a variety of music. The fact
True.
is that all you don't appreciate the artists and them, and all you don't support them, even in the community. Guav is the only place you could sing what you want to sing. We jumping up behind you.
No, you
All
have to
you-
make an exception. Pepsi does jump for everybody.
But they just
Pepsi
come
does,
from where they
Pepsi
come
does
out.
mean soca semis from since 8 o'clock on the dot, the first to the last getting a jump.
Yeah, but the
No way.
majority of
She,
people,
oh, she and
you
Keith.
stand up.
Pepsi and Keith.
But Pepsi and Keith is probably the only two, and Preston.
And first
But
on.
outside of that, all you stand up there, them people singing, all you screw up all your face, all you don't move,
And
all
we,
you
and
go
we
right
waiting
back,
and we waiting for we artists. You waiting for your
and
artists.
all you waiting for the so-called big guns. And then next week, no, after that, come and say, oh, this person underrated and that person underrated and the other person underrated. I don't believe nobody underrated. I think a lot of artists in Grenada have poor management. Their cousin is a manager, their girlfriend is a manager, their friend is a manager. Or they have poor management. And when I say poor management, I mean lack of professional managers. If you have a manager, your manager is supposed to have contacts all over the world.
That's
to
what I
get
said in
you
my live
shows.
yesterday.
Yes, to get shows, to get you bookings, to get you interviews. Your manager is supposed to be a well-rounded person in PR. If Aruna is your manager, Aruna is supposed to be able to call a promoter in Guyana. She's supposed to be able to call one in St. Vincent.
And
to
say,
you
get
dates.
my artist on, I need my artist on your event.
Exactly. And vice versa. But a lot of all you have people managing all you that is not a part of the industry. All you just have all your friends and family managing all you. They have no insight, they have no links, they have no nothing in the industry. All they have is, oh, I'm managing this person, and they walk in with your bag on the side.
And
with
the
their
bag on
music
your and
and
the rag on the
Yeah.
or the clothes bag and the rag on the shoulder.
yes, and that is it. That is it. It's
And
a
go on
local
stage with the
schooling.
camera and take a 2 clips,
Yeah.
and they ain't even posting the 2
And-
clips.
Exactly. And the person didn't even know how to edit the video they record. All you need to do better. Choose better people to manage all your, invest in all your craft, and stop blaming people for all your lack of success. Because all you're not putting nothing behind it. All you sing a song and all you feel, well, okay, that is it. I
Got
don't.
you.
Yo, look the radio now, look the song, play it.
All right.
And when people end play and people end like it, all you vex and all you say no, all you underrated.
Fly
All you
down,
underrated,
fly
all you
down.
all you don't underrated, all you lazy, and all you lack the professional awareness to get all your career to where it needs to go. That is why the same set of people keep winning, the same set of people keep going forward, while the majority of people is backwards because all you don't invest in all yourself as a business. The same Nike slippers you have with your foot on the side of the road is the same one you're coming on stage with.
No,
Move from
catch
here,
yourself. They'll
that's
put
why-
on a socks with it. By the road, you put it on, you shove it on in your foot. When you go on stage, you put on a socks.
Yes. The same piece of slippers you have in your foot, like the road you come in and sing it from me, and then you want to come and say you're underrated. All you better move from me, it's carnival. Yeah, have a nice day.
Bye-bye. We will continue that aspect of it tomorrow. So like I said, there's a lot of different takes on this. Shelly, I got to read your comment before I go. Shelly says, I have a problem with the use of that word and how loosely we throw it around. Having a good catalog isn't enough to afford an artist a top rating. Elements like personality, and that is what I spoke about yesterday. You could have a bad song, but your personality sucks. You're not a people person. Fans don't gravitate towards you. They don't feel your energy. So that transfers to your song. And I keep saying to some of you who just appear magically like Houdini every carnival around the same time, and then you disappear around the same time, you will never build a solid fan base like that. You have to be consistent. You have to be there. That's why the names that I mentioned yesterday, like the Boises, the Natty, the Terror, the Governor, when I go into the river and wash your face and tell all you to wash all your foot, and he sucky mango and he yeah boy. We see him. Who else? Riggy, I see you start to work now. Who else? There's quite a few of them. That's actively active in and out of carnival season. So sometimes your personality could be the factor holding you back from not getting the ratings and the forward that you want, because people just don't gravitate towards you. As all people would say, the spirit just don't give. They don't take you like that. The best song, but they just don't gravitate towards you. Anyways, let me finish with Shelly thing and go about my business. I have a problem with the use of that word and how loosely we throw it around. Having a good catalog isn't enough to afford an artist a top rating. Elements like personality, how it translates to fans on stage and in person, must be factored into the mix. Also, good music is highly relative because we all have different tastes and may be driven by varying biases. Unfortunately, we are free to like who we like, but we cannot expect everyone else to feel the same way. And there are artists who feel that way, you know, how you like this person's song and you don't like mine. Just don't. So Andy, good morning, says a song I'm surprised women didn't latch onto was K Empress, Tie Your Dog. Who is K Empress? So Andy, I've never heard of that person. Black Adam also always. Black Adam single-handedly built Blessing, forwarded Blessing, made video for Blessing, post Blessing. At one point I was like, oh boy, but Blessing starting to overflow. First I used to see Blessing. He worked Blessing and made us love Blessing. So we just can't sit back and muddy again. Dash. Baku always on social media. Always on social media. I need to look into that artist one because I swear this is the first time. If it's one thing, Gabby Mother, don't make a stupid child. Reasoning always on point and words in place. I hope they're listening. I hope so too. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for powering up. We'll definitely touch base tomorrow. Iman Redhead, you good? Big up yourself, man. We are going to pick up where we left off. This week we'll be focusing on, getting all these things out of the way because we're going to get into the interviewing and the talking to the artists and, whatever else in Carnival in a couple of days, the weeks ahead. All right? Thank you so much, Beacon Insurance, Western Union, Pandora, and to everyone on the live. Thank you so much for keeping me company and, of course, for your input. Truly appreciate you. All right? I'll see you guys tomorrow.